So, what was I going to talk about? Hello, so I'm Chris. This is a channel where I talk about the web series I'm working on. The web series which I'm not going to link to because it takes the form of a vlog that's kind of pretending to be real. It's not going to be, I don't think that's going to last much longer, but while it is lasting, I'm trying to be a bit cagey about it. If you would like to see the vlog, all you have to do is message me on Twitter. I'm at CG_Regan. Just say, I want to see your vlog or web series or whatever, and I will say yes, that's fine. I just want people to engage with it a bit and put some effort in rather than me just posting a link everywhere, because there is an interactive element to it. And so basically when I send you the link, if you are up for being involved in the series, I'll also ask for your email address and add your name to it. It's a top secret mailing list. You don't have to go on the top secret mailing list, you can just enjoy the vlog if you want, that's fine too. If you're on that list, I send out the videos early because I try and get some feedback on them before I post them. So I normally sort of send out the videos a day or two before I actually post it. So there's that, and then there's also I will then send an email with some kind of behind the scenes stuff about how things are going, and also kind of suggest some comments for you to post on the videos to kind of help direct the story. And whether you do that or not is up to you. Yes, so if you want to see it, then message me. This video might be quite dull if you haven't seen it, because I'm going to talk about I'm going to start talking about specific episodes now. In order to do that, I need to name the character, so because I can't keep referring to her as the character, that'll get annoying. so the character's name is Paz. You may be able to find the series from just that, who knows. So the first episode is Paz telling you about this dream. So the original script was much more naturalistic because I spent about a year watching YouTube. I mean, not solidly, but that was my sort of research. So, and I'd watched a lot of the beginnings of people's channels, like the first videos they posted, and I wanted to reflect some of the kind of awkwardness and incompetence, I suppose, that people. I mean, I know these videos aren't great. I'm not saying that in a kind of mean way, but so I wanted to kind of reflect some of that. So the first kind of 5 episodes were kind of awkward and didn't really go anywhere, and I put all the pauses and and random swearing and oh, what's the point of all this stuff in. A couple of people who I was kind of sharing the sort of script with pointed out that was quite dull, and they were right, because one of the kind of sources of inspiration, I suppose, or again research for this project is Lonely Girl 15, which is if you don't know, there's a similar thing that happened in 2006. Most people know about it, Google it. But if you try and watch the first if you try and watch Lonely Girl 15 now, it's quite dull. I mean, I've only watched the first series, and there's if you watch all the different channels, there are a few hundred episodes, and they're all only 3 or 4 minutes long. But when you get the episodes that are just kind of filler, or it's like people just messing about, or like they're still trying to pretend it's real, they drag quite a lot when you kind of just want to get into the story. So I decided that that's kind of what I wanted to do, was that I wanted this to be a story, and evident that it's a story to a point. I decided to structure it like a feature, so even though it's sort of 60 odd episodes long, I sort of split those up and was like, right, okay, here's how we have it like a feature. And I started with, I've been reading Save the Cat recently. I don't want to start talking about screenwriting books because I'll go on for ages. I mean, generally I think screenwriting books are good if you read all of them and take out the bits that you like. And the bit I like from Save the Cat is the opening image and the closing image. So you have an image that kind of sets the tone, and then at the end you have a kind of closing image that kind of shows and sort of reflects the opening image and shows some sort of progression or whatever. So I kind of eventually, once I'd got my closing image, which is good, so I knew how it was going to end, I thought, okay, I need an opening image that kind of reflects that, and I guess was the starting point. And then the way the dream came about was that it was an actual dream that I had. In my case, it wasn't a dream about sort of fame, I suppose, because in Paz's case, it's kind of suggested that she's sort of sitting looking at this audience who can't see her, but it feels like they are there for her, and it was kind of this sort of metaphor for YouTube fame, I suppose. But for me, that wasn't. It was the similar setup, but it was about me trying to. I was walking around with a notebook, and I was trying to find somewhere quiet to sit and do some writing, and I find this kind of abandoned stage and decide to sit under it, and I'll write here, and then all these people turn up, and it was more about that than it was about any sort of notion of fame. But I sort of woke up with that image in my head of like all these people and sort of looking at you, but they can't see you, and I thought, well, that's perfect for Paz. So, and yeah, so that's how that dream story came about. When we shot it, we kind of deliberately tried to make it look skewed, like the focus is out and the camera's on a bit of a weird angle, and that was because I still wanted to get in a bit of her being a bit crap at doing videos. Also, it's supposed to be 3 in the morning. We were going to shoot it on my phone, but I thought that actually she's been talking about doing YouTube for a while. She's probably got the camera and she would have tried to half-heartedly set it up. So yeah, that was kind of the reason for the out of focus and stuff. The sound is very quiet, that video. That wasn't on purpose. That was me editing it on my laptop with the volume turned up really high and with sort of earphones in, thinking the sound was fine. And because we had 2 microphones and we had the camera mic as well, and I chose like the best sounding one, but I'd obviously turned the volume up really loud to hear it. Anyway, so yeah, so that wasn't on purpose. But when people were first saying, "Oh, we can't hear it," I was like, "Oh no, I've sort of messed up this whole thing because I need to stop and repost it now with better sound." But then I was like, actually no, that's kind of fitting that she would post a video with terrible sound, and I quite like the idea that you have to really listen and turn the volume up really loud to hear it, and there's something kind of nice about the audience having to really focus on it to hear what she's saying. So yeah, so that's it. I'm going to stop this now before it's too long, and I will hopefully do another one about one of the other videos. Thank you very much. Bye bye.